Congress must work toward bipartisan comprehensive immigration reform. I'm proud that Massachusetts is a global, welcoming community that benefits from the shared experiences of our partners from around the world. Our education, healthcare, business, and public sector institutions rely on these relationships to deliver on their missions every single day. That's why we've advocated for the work visa programs that are important to them. I believe local communities should be empowered with the flexibility to make the decisions they believe are in the best interest of keeping their residents safe. I will oppose any attempts to cut off federal funding for Massachusetts and its communities based on those decisions, but I do not support the Safe Communities Act or making Massachusetts a sanctuary state. These long-standing bipartisan federal policies have been in place for 10 years to prevent the most violent and dangerous criminals from being released onto our streets for crimes like murder and rape. We support the Patrick administration's decision to grant in-state tuition and access to state aid for students qualified for the Deferred Action for Childhood Arrival, the so-called DACA program. DACA ensured temporary permission, work permits, and an ability to enter the workforce. I believe the President made the wrong decision regarding the DACA program and the 8,000 young Massachusetts residents serving in our military, attending our schools, contributing to our economy, and giving back to their communities. And I believe Congress should work toward bipartisan permanent solutions to maintain DACA protections and enact comprehensive federal immigration reform. When we took office, our administration prioritized working with the Obama administration to bring Massachusetts into compliance with the federal Real ID standards after the state had dragged its feet for several years. These are important public safety standards adopted after September 11th that ensure the Commonwealth citizens can continue to enter federal buildings and board domestic flights. A bipartisan legislative effort led to the enactment of Real ID standards that require applicants to show proof of lawful presence to obtain any Massachusetts driver's license or resident identification cards. We worked closely with the legislature on this one to get a bipartisan fix passed to adapt the federal standards and uphold the integrity and security of our licensing system. I believe strongly that Massachusetts benefits from our status as a global welcoming community. I believe we've demonstrated a willingness to speak out on federal policies that threaten our ability to benefit from that free exchange of people and ideas. Just recently, we joined with MIRA and other advocacy groups to strongly condemn the Trump administration's proposed federal rule change that would restrict the ability of immigrants to obtain green cards if they receive public benefits. I'm proud to have been the first governor to speak out against that proposed rule. We spoke out against the administration's travel ban based on a country's predominant religion, a policy which will not make the country safer and created real confusion for families and law-abiding people. We withheld Massachusetts National Guard resources from the southwest border because the federal government's actions are resulting in the inhumane treatment of children. Massachusetts has also played an important role in supporting refugees for a very long time, and I believe we must continue to work with the federal government on that. I've been an advocate for immigrant work visa programs that welcome global talent and competition, and have asked the federal government to extend temporary protected status for those from Haiti, El Salvador, and Honduras. I believe the President made the wrong decision regarding the DACA program and the 8,000 young Massachusetts residents serving in our military, attending our schools, and contributing to our economy and giving back to their communities. And I believe Congress should work toward bipartisan permanent solutions to maintain DACA protections and enact comprehensive federal immigration reform. I'm proud Massachusetts is a global welcoming community that benefits from the shared experiences of our partners from around the world. Our education, healthcare, business, and public sector institutions rely on these relationships to deliver on their missions every single day. Through our Office of Refugees and Immigrants, we remain committed to supporting these populations through networking, education, and citizenship and employment services. We're pleased to have built productive working relationships with groups like MIRA to advocate for immigrant communities, condemning proposed federal rule changes restricting the ability of immigrants to obtain green cards if they receive public benefits, opposing federal travel bans based on a country's predominant religion, embracing Massachusetts' history and role in helping refugees and extending temporary protected status for those from Haiti, El Salvador, and Honduras, protecting and expanding immigrant work visa programs that welcome global talent and competition, and supporting the 8,000 young Massachusetts residents under the DACA program who are serving in our military, attending our schools, contributing to our economy, and giving back to their communities. Congress should work toward bipartisan permanent solutions to maintain DACA protections and enact comprehensive federal immigration reform.